Innovative player incentives. What it takes to make players loyal to the brand.
Wow, guys, do you have power at 5 p.m. here in Malta time? In Israel, it's already 6 p.m. for such a fascinating panel on players' incentive. This issue has so much debate. And, I have a pleasure to have here two really nice industry figures. I'm sure that you met them either in London or in Stockholm or in Malta. Here it's so strange to have SiGMA as a virtual event. It's good, and don't understand me otherwise. I think that the panels are amazing. The content is really, really good, and I really want to thank SiGMA team again for running such an amazing event. So let me meet who we have here with us today. We have Alexis Wicén. He's from the Scandinavian, the Swedish Mafia. There was a group, the Swedish House Mafia. This is Swedish Gaming Mafia working out of Malta, and he's from Unibo. And I believe many of your people already met Alexis in events or working with his company. He was working for several companies, both on the B2C and the B2B. And now, actually, Unibo is actually more on the gamification. And this is why I invited you to join me in this panel. So first of all, thank you, Alexis.
Thank you, Tad.
Thank you. Next, we have another key industry figure, Vladimir Malakchi. And the fun stuff is actually, Malakchi is a very famous Jewish name here in Tel Aviv. And I really have a pleasure to have Vladimir. And Vladimir is a CBDO, is a Chief Business Developer Officer at Evoplay. And as you know, Evoplay actually provides lots of content for even some of our clients actually use the content by Evoplay. So for me, actually, to have Vladimir with us here in this panel is great. Thank you so much, Vladimir, for joining us.
Thank you a lot, Alex. It's nice to meet you here.
Thank you so much, Vladimir. I'm Talron. I'm a lawyer from Tel Aviv, an international lawyer, and I'm really happy to moderate this panel. And let's have some fun together here this afternoon or evening, wherever you are joining. So, first of all, I would like to ask a question. Okay, the first question that I would like to speak on more on the macro side is how can an operator incentivize their player? How can an operator incentivize the players? And what are the benefits of doing so? Let's speak about first on the macro, and then we'll delve more on the regulatory and the micro details. So please, let's start with Alexis, please.
Well, thank you. I would say, first off, let's start. There's obviously a huge amount of different incentives you can use to incentivize your players. You have more direct incentives such as bonuses, free spins, cashback, whatever. And you can use more indirect incentives such as intrinsic rewards, achievements, tournaments, missions that builds more brand loyalty because it's more variation for the players. So they feel more engaged in just playing the regular same slot games that they basically play in every other casino. So variation is key for players to build more loyalty.
What are the benefits?
Well, the benefits is obviously longer lifetime. You can use more white hat and dark hat ways of looking at it. So operators will use more quick wins to maybe use cashback to bring back VIP money that they won, sort of get the money back quick, maybe burn out players, or you build loyalty through long term and building kind of getting the player more liking your brand and earning back your money long term instead of just getting them back with incentives right away and beating them with incentives. That's
nice.
Basically.
Vladimir, would you agree with Alexis? Alexis, again, comes from the B2B and the B2C, and also from the gamification, which, again, Vladimir, your thoughts about the way to incentivize a player and, of course, the benefit of doing so, please.
First of all, yeah, I fully agree with Alexis about there are a lot of different instruments how you can incentives with your players, and there is a standard mode like welcome bonuses, no deposits on these wagers, something like this. But the main key that you need to understand that you need to segment your audience and to understand maybe for some of them will work only depositing things or some reloaded bonus, high roll bonus, or sticky bonus. So it depends on this. Or maybe for some segment it will work only cashback if you need to push your audience like on the retention. So
can you give some, Vladimir? Can you give some, when you speak about segments? Can you give some examples, please?
Just depends, first of all, of which games they're playing. For example, in some instant games, if you're using them, welcome bonuses won't work as well as they work in in usual slots. You need to use some other things, for example, like wagers only for instant games, or you can use, for example, theme pack bonuses. And depends on which games are your players using, which time zone they have, which money they're using, how much the percentage of retention inside, what the percentage of paying, what the deposit. Depends on all these segments. You can create a special bonuses. And also the main key that I'm agreeing with Alexis, it is about gamification. I think the gamification process, it is the future of gambling industry, because we can see it already in all other industries. And gambling is very big machine, and it is difficult in some ways to put some things, put some changes. But I think in about several years, what we've seen from our experience, it is changing, and gamification is coming from partner by partner, and it will be the really key featuring inside incentives.
You speak about all these incentives, and I can tell you some of the things that are really burning in some parts of the industry is let's see the incentives. In some places there are platforms who will also charge you the rev share on, let's say, on some free spins. And in other places, I had an issue in Africa where I was representing an operator but in a dispute with an authority, whether you need to pay the gaming tax also on all these free bets. And all of these turns out that incentives are not an easy thing to consider. Now, Vladimir, you showed some examples of these incentives, and we all know, I'm a gaming lawyer, and we all see lots of challenges. And I want to hear from you, and you're a content provider, so you're not actually, let's say, touching the player's money, but you're actually giving content. But when you deal with operators, when you deal with the platforms, what regulatory challenges do you see?
So yeah, we're not touching players' money, as you told, but we met a lot of regulatory and financial challenges as well, because players are playing our games and they are using to put money inside the game in some cases. So we need to prove the full RNG. We need to prove that the games are fully certified, that RTP is real, and it is just the basic stuff that you need in every country. In every country that you comment, they have regulations. But we've met a lot of problems with different regulations in different markets, and that's why we need to set up games separately for some markets. For example, if we compare, and that's now Romania and Italy, they have fully different things that are asking from operators, and operators are asking us to provide them these things because they are controlling money of the players, and okay guys, if you want to come to our market, just do everything for us. We need to provide hash codes.
You speak about Romania. Which country did you speak
Italy.
about?
Italy.
Okay, I thought you were talking about, okay.
Yeah, they're asking, for example, for hash codes provided day by day, because regulator asking for Italy. So the main thing that everybody should understand when they come to B2B market, that you can't create like custom templates and just put inside every country.
Of course.
And I think that this is the main challenge for us, because we need to not to create only games based on specific requests from providers, from players inside different markets. Also, we need to create custom solutions for different markets. And this is the main problem. Also, I'm not speaking even about advertising on this market. I'm just not counting this because it is the next problem.
No, advertising is another issue. If you go to Sweden, you can see you pay for getting a license. My friend Alexis, you're from Stockholm or from somewhere else originally? Before you joined the Swedish house mafia in Malta, Alexis?
Yeah, I've lived in Stockholm for 12 years, but originally from the northern part of Sweden, but still.
So Alexis will take from Vladimir. Vladimir's put it aside the advertising, and Alexis, I would like from you also to put from where Vladimir finished the regulatory challenge. So please.
Sure. I mean, I would see with the regulatory challenge is the fact that obviously many of the countries are coming from a position that they don't want people to gamble more, or they at least don't want people to market to gamble more. If you look at the Swedish regulation, it literally says no financial incentives may be tied to the gameplay.
Exactly.
So obviously the position here is that almost all of the tools available for online casinos are financial incentives.
Exactly.
Because the majority of incentives are focused on getting the player to play more rather than getting the player to have more fun when playing. So, I mean, if you focus everything about getting it to play more, then the easiest way to do that is, well, give them more money, then they will play more. Give them free spins, give them bonus money, you get more playtime, and technically you should have more sum of fun because, well, you play 2 hours instead of 1 hour, so now you have twice amount of fun. But
so if I understand correctly, Alexis, you spoke, and actually in what you actually answered was part of the solution. But if I try to summarize how, if you are a regulator, let's say you're Camilla from Sweden or someone else, I'm trying to think. Let's think creatively, and of course, I give respect to everybody because at the end of the day, it's the interest of the public to make sure that all the bad actors are out and everything is proper. Let's say you're one of the regulator in Europe. What would you? How would you tackle this challenge of player incentive? And then I will happy to hear from Vladimir as well. Please, Alexis.
Yeah, I mean, they are tackling it the way they try to tackle it. They try to block the amount of bonus offers you can give. It's blocked in Sweden. They're blocking it in Spain now as well. And UK are looking at different amounts. They're blocking VIP programs, or at least fining severely across the board. And they're implementing stake limits. Germany looking at stake limits now in the upcoming regulation as well. So, I mean, it's all around you should gamble less. But I also think that the incentives that are being used that drives people to think that they're going to get more value out of their money, because when they deposit next time and they don't get the bonus, they still think that they're going to win just as much as they did when they deposited last time, 100 euros.
Now I understand your point. Vladimir, did you understand the point of Alexis? Do you have anything more to add? Again, let's say you are a regulator. Let's say you are the regulator and want to deal with these incentives. How would you tackle these challenges?
To be honest, from the regulator point of view, I think in some countries, like for example Greece and Ukraine, as I can see, they're trying to create like a mess of different rules. So okay, let's take from Italy, let's take some from Germany, let's take from some US and other markets. And the main problem that people from regulator point, a lot of them are not understanding the industry at all. They're not understanding how the industry working. I have a great experience working in different industries before gambling, and I can see what I can tell you, it is fully different. You need to be inside it and to understand it. So from regulator point of view, the main thing it doesn't matter which country it is. Just try to speak with the business first of all. Just take top 5, top 10 players and receive the full feedback from them. So everybody is ready to pay taxes, I think. Everybody is ready to help players to be responsible. We are here to help them. We are here to give them fun, but we know how to do it better than regulators. So if I be a regulator, the first thing I will do is just to speak with top companies inside my country, and then I create the rules based on budget the country, and then to help players to be responsible. That's the main thing, I think.
Vladimir, your company is it's headquartered and targeting which where are you actually headquartered, and where are you located? Can you please and please share about your company to our delegates, please, Vladimir.
Headquarters is in Ukraine, in Kiev, and also we have office on Malta. That's all.
You're based
Ukraine.
In yeah. In Kiev.
Yep.
Yeah. There are many people either in Kiev or Kharkiv. Many of my clients are actually based either there or there. But if I understand correctly, actually I heard what Vladimir say. I can share a bit of his view, but look, to say categorically that regulators do not know what they say, I do not agree at all. You can say that about certain. I do not agree. I think that at the end of the day, most of the regulators know, specifically in the gaming business. I heard about things, I don't know, in Germany. I think I heard that some of them are coming from different sectors. But again, I think that they all do things to the interest of their public. They don't work from reasons which are not legit. And most of the regulators just want to defend their public, and that's fine. The only thing is that I think that we should, and that's something which is important. I think it's good that in SiGMA you can see lots of regulators, gaming regulators, just go and between the panels and between the booths. You also see it in ICE when you see like people from the UKGC speak. And I was in different panels all around the globe with regulators with me on stage, whether it's from the MGA, and the MGA are actually very, very, very proactive. And I think that you can certainly see that they have a very, very, very good dialogue with the industry. And what actually Vladimir says, let's say, take it the positive way, let's continue the dialogue between regulators and the industry, whether it's lawyers and operators and platforms, and let's continue. I think it's on the good way. I agree with you that there's some certain places in Scandinavia or other certain European countries, there is some kind of, I don't know, miscommunication, but at the end of the day, it's all going on the good way for the benefit of the industry, because people understand that's the way things would go. Guys, we're wrapping up the panel. We have, I don't know, 3.5 minutes. I would ask Alexis and Vladimir. Let's start from Alexis. You know, both of you are veterans in the industry. I know you for years. What do you think this business, this gaming business is going in 2021?
Well, I would say real-time rewarding, more like Vladimir talked about earlier, more segmented or more, like, say, relevant for the player, more personalized for the player, so that one size doesn't fit all. If you go in to see the movie, and your friend might not like the same movie. It's fair to say that people who play table games will not like the same rewards as slots players. Some players want to play longer. Some players want to have a higher chance of winning more. Everyone's different. So in the end, it's going to be more tailored for the end player. It's going to be more inclusive, so that all providers' games work in the same way. So it's more visually consistent for everyone, etc. It will more be a complete product instead of platforms basically having 60 different providers' products on their sites.
So if I repeat what Alexis said, and it's something that I can see also as a lawyer dealing with GDPR, those privacy issues that exactly stems from what Alexis said. Alexis said, listen, we will collect the data, we will see exactly what the player wants, and we, as a provider, we will tailor it to him. Do I understand correctly, Alexis?
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's not always GDPR data per se. This is transactional data. The GDPR data can stay out.
Exactly.
No one wants to touch that data.
I agree with you. GDPR, yeah, of course. We can always discuss it, but exactly, I agree with what you said. Vladimir, again, an industry veteran, you heard what Alexis said. There is personalization, there is data, whether it's GDPR related or no. What would you say the industry is going? And you have, please.
What I'm saying from our partners from B2B, that mobile adaptive games and mobile adaptive content casino is the leading for 2021, because some of our partners have already about 75% of mobile traffic. Some of them already have 98% of mobile traffic. So every year to year, we are developing this kind of mobile games, so everything you can put inside mobile is just more funny when you're just traveling in metro, traveling in the bus. Whatever you do, you can play. You can play and have fun with you. And also, I fully agree with Alexis about segmentation, about data collection, and what we can see in this developing. It is AI and AI technologies of collecting this, and of course about customizing different offers. I've already have seen some experiences when operators has more than 10,000 different segments inside several millions of audience, and AI is creating different offers based on every interest about different percentage of retention. Even if it is 25 and 26% of retention on the player, it will propose him different offers, and it is good. I'm not saying about problems with this, because the player receives always what he wants. It is what we are created for, to give players entertainment.
So you spoke about, Alexis spoke about personalization, and Vladimir spoke again about the segmentation. And at the end of the day, I think that we're all moving towards a fully integrated ecosystem, very interesting ecosystem. And let's see what 2021 will lead us. I'm really looking forward to see all of these nice people that we have here in the event, here as the virtual delegates, sending us questions all the time and meeting here virtually. Let's hope that, next year, probably in January, February, April, people will start moving again. And, I really look forward to seeing all of you soon. So thank you again, Alexis. Thank you, Vladimir. Thank you, Eman. Thank you, the SiGMA team. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, all the great people that are there. And hope to see you soon again. I'm Tal. Thank you, my friends.
Thank you, guys.